White professor failed black student, then student becomes his boss. The lecture hall at Crestwood University smells of old books and ambition. Rows of students scribble notes as Professor Harold Grayson, a white academic with a reputation for brilliance and bias, paces the front. His eyes scan the room, lingering on Malik Turner, a 20-year-old black sophomore whose hand is always raised, whose answers are always sharp. It's 2015, and Malik is one of 3 black students in Grayson's advanced economics course. Today, he's waiting for his midterm grade, confident his A-worthy paper will secure his scholarship. Grayson hands back the exams, his lips curling into a smirk as he reaches Malik. "Better luck next time, Turner," he says, dropping a paper marked F on the desk. The room goes quiet. Malik's heart sinks as he scans the red ink, vague critiques, no substance. He knows this isn't about his work. It's personal. Fast forward a decade, and Malik will walk back into this university, not as a student, but as its president, with Grayson answering to him. This is the story of a failure that wasn't, a student who rose, and a system forced to change. Malik Turner is a star. Raised in a working-class Baltimore neighborhood, he earned a full ride to Crestwood through grit and perfect SATs. Economics is his passion, a path to lift his family, his single mom, LaToya, and little sister, Kiana, out of struggle. But Professor Grayson, a tenured gatekeeper, has a history of failing minority students, cloaking his bias in high standards. Malik's midterm paper, a detailed analysis of urban economic disparities, was his best work yet. The F is a shock. After class, Malik confronts Grayson. "Sir, can we discuss my grade? I cited every source, followed the rubric." Grayson leans back, smug. "Your analysis lacked rigor, Turner. Maybe this course isn't for you." The implication stings, you don't belong. Malik's classmate, Aisha, a black engineering major, overhears and urges him to appeal. But the dean, Grayson's old friend, dismisses Malik's complaint, citing academic discretion. The F jeopardizes Malik's scholarship. He takes a part-time job at a campus cafe, barely sleeping between shifts and studies. LaToya, a nurse, sees his exhaustion and says, "They're trying to break you, baby. Don't let them." Malik vows to fight, not just for himself, but for every student Grayson's failed. Malik switches majors to data science, excelling under a supportive professor, Dr. Elena Chen. He graduates with honors in 2017, landing a job at a tech startup. His knack for predictive analytics turns the company into a fintech giant, and by 2023, Malik is its COO, worth $50 million. But the sting of Grayson's F lingers. On X, Malik sees posts from Crestwood alumni, mostly black and Latino, sharing similar stories of Grayson's bias. He decides to act. Malik forms a venture fund, Apex Equity, to invest in education reform. He quietly donates to Crestwood's endowment, gaining influence with the board. When the university president retires in 2025, Malik's resume, tech titan, alumnus, philanthropist, makes him the top candidate. At 30, he's named Crestwood's youngest president, the first black person in the role. Grayson, now chair of the economics department, is stunned when Malik's appointment is announced. Malik's first day as president is electric. Faculty and students pack the auditorium for his address. He stands tall, his voice steady. "Crestwood is a place of potential, but not for all, yet. We're changing that." His eyes lock on Grayson, seated in the front row, visibly uncomfortable. Malik announces a diversity audit of grading practices, targeting professors with patterns of failing minority students. Grayson's name tops the list. The audit, led by Dr. Chen, uncovers damning data. Grayson failed 60% of black and Latino students in his courses over a decade, compared to 10% of white students. Malik calls Grayson to his office. "Your grades don't add up, Harold," he says, sliding the report across the desk. "Explain." Grayson stammers, claiming standards, but Malik cuts him off. "Standards don't have a skin color. You're on probation." X erupts with hashtag Crestwood Reckoning, as alumni and students share stories of Grayson's bias. A viral video of Malik's speech, captioned "The student you failed is now your boss," hits 5 million views. Protests form, demanding Grayson's ouster. The board, pressured by Malik's evidence and public outcry, forces Grayson to resign. Malik's victory isn't without scars. Online trolls target him with racist slurs, and he hires security after threatening letters. LaToya, proud but worried, reminds him, "You're fighting for us all, but don't lose yourself." Kiana, now 16, starts a campus club to support minority students, inspired by her brother's stand. Aisha, now a tech engineer, reconnects with Malik, sharing how his success kept her from quitting Crestwood years ago. Grayson, humiliated, tries to salvage his reputation with a blog post, claiming he was misjudged. But student testimonies, amplified on X, drown him out. A junior professor, Marcus, a black economist, steps up to reform the department, mentored by Malik. Marcus tells him, "You didn't just save my career, you saved my belief in this place." At home, Malik reflects on his journey. The F wasn't just a grade, it was a test of his worth. He frames the paper, hanging it in his office as a reminder, failure is what you make of it. Malik's presidency transforms Crestwood. He launches a $20 million fund for underrepresented students, revamps grading policies, and mandates bias training for faculty. A 2025 Education Trust report notes that universities nationwide are adopting similar reforms, citing Crestwood's model. The report finds a 25% increase in black student retention at top schools since 2020, driven by leaders like Malik. On X, #Crestwood Reckoning sparks a broader #Fair Grades movement, with students exposing biased professors. Malik speaks at a national education summit, his story inspiring a new generation of leaders. Kiana's club grows into a national network, and Aisha's tech firm partners with Crestwood for STEM scholarships. Grayson fades into obscurity, a cautionary tale for gatekeepers who wield power unfairly. Malik's story is about more than one student or one professor. It's about a system where black students are 40% more likely to face grading bias than white peers, per a 2024 NAACP study. Malik didn't just overcome an F, he dismantled a culture that thrives on exclusion. His presidency shows that change starts with those who refuse to accept failure as final. The cost is real. Malik still scans his inbox for threats, and Kiana carries the weight of her brother's spotlight. But hope shines through, in Marcus's reforms, in Aisha's partnership, in Kiana's activism. Malik's triumph isn't just becoming Grayson's boss, it's proving that the system can bend when you push back. Malik Turner didn't walk into that lecture hall to rewrite history. He just wanted to pass. But when Professor Grayson failed him, Malik didn't just fight back, he rewrote the rules. By becoming Crestwood's president, he turned a red F into a legacy of change. This is a story of resilience, redemption, and redefining success. It's a reminder that when the world marks you down, you don't just rise, you take the pen and write your own story.